Thank you again to Auxbeam for sending me out a light bar and light pods for an install video. In case you missed it, this is a second video specifically for the light bar install. Check out my last video if you're interested in the light pods install. This is everything included in the kit. Includes the 42-inch light bar, mounting hardware, and wiring harness. We ended up installing this light bar onto my buddy Ibby's truck since I didn't have the roof rack cut out. Also to thank him for helping me make these videos and installing these items. So we're going to mount the 42-inch light bar onto this Prinsu roof rack. In order to do so, we got to take out this aluminum bar. The aluminum bar, insert your bolt into the channel. Then we're going to bolt the brackets to this and the light bar to the brackets. We're just going to put it in place. Nothing's tightened down yet. It's still pretty loose, that way we could aim. Make sure it's centered. So we used the outer hole, and the light was kind of cut off in front of the windshield. So we're going to try the closer one, see if it interferes with these nuts and bolts or not. But if it doesn't, then this probably would be the perfect position. Alright, so there's a little bit of play. It does fit though. We're going to test fit it on the truck and see how it looks. Oh yeah, it looks way better. Pretty low profile. I thought it was going to hang more. Originally we had it bolted like this using the slot. We actually moved it forward. That way it's a little more flush. So after we tighten these bolts, it is interfering with the adjustability of the light bar. It's kind of facing downwards. It's a little bit off. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind these bolts down. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to grind it on the truck. Hopefully there's no accidents.
Let's just take it off.
On second thought, we're going to take the whole bar off. That's a smarter way in case the grinding disc accidentally loses course and hits the paint instead. So these are the bolts. We're going to grind it down with an angle grinder. Take it down about 1/4 inch or flat to the nut. That way there's more maneuverability for the light bar. So since this cable is not long enough to reach all the way into the engine bay, we're just going to run it the long way under the bar, and then we're going to run the cable to the battery over the windshield, because that is plenty long. So this is how it looks with the bolts grinded down. Now we're going to push it as far back as possible. Gives it better alignment. That wire looks. And we're going to run the cable channel on this side over here under this ring cover into the engine bay. We're going to tidy up the cables, zip tie it right here. I believe this is on a manual where my clutch cylinder is at, so this is an automatic. Plenty of room over here. Make it nice and neat. We're just going to test it first, see if it works. And there it is. We have light. It's very, very bright, even during daylight. Cool. Alright. Alright, first we're going to pop off the kick panel right here. This one should just plug right off.
And this one comes next. Then we got to take off this lower panel.
That should be 3 bolts, 3 10s, I believe. Yep.
And you're going to pluck on the plastic carefully. It should pluck off the clips. Make sure not to touch the airbag down there. And that's it. We got it off. Be careful with the buttons and the wiring behind there, because you do only have a certain amount of play.
Pop out the tall plug here.
Yeah, so we're going to take out the empty slot like she just did, and we're going to put the new button in place. So this is going to be the replacement button. Go ahead. It's the tall button for Toyotas. Make sure you look for a tall Toyota button. I'll have the link in my description. Looks good. Fits perfectly. Zip tie behind the button, just for good measure. That way it doesn't get loose for whatever reason. So again, that's just a regular zip tie right on the button, on the back side. So the wire we're going to feed through, taped it to a TIG wire, welding wire. Seems to be flexible enough and strong enough to pass through without any issues. So now we're going to poke a hole through the bundle that goes into the firewall, or past the firewall, to feed our new wire.
Use a pick.
I'm pushing it through.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Alright. You going? You going? You can keep pulling. Keep pulling. Okay. You have about a foot left. Is that enough? Is that enough slack?
Yeah.
Okay, so just leave it like that then. Okay, you have about 8 inches.
Is that enough to connect it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So we just tested the cables. Now we're soldering it on. We just tested everything. Now we're just gonna put it back the same way it came off. We're gonna put it back by pushing the clips back in. Make sure everything lines up correctly. And we're gonna zip tie the length of this cable, clean it up a little bit, or we can pull it back out into the engine bay. Don't forget your bolts back. Everything back in reverse. This panel is probably the most difficult to get in, to line up. Just gotta make sure it lines up with the plastic grommets. And then it should click in place. So we tuck the wire in between the weather stripping of the stock weather stripping, so hopefully it doesn't fall out. But you can't even see it.
Use one of the existing bolts on the truck to mount the light bar's relay, as you can see here.
Alright, so this is just the stock Tacoma headlights here. Turn them off, show you how dark it is here. Pretty dark. Alright, and here are the Auxbeams. Shows you how bright it lights up everything. It's almost like daylight here. Off. Everything completely off with the Auxbeams. Still lights up everything.
Again, special thanks to Auxbeam for sending me out these products. I greatly appreciate them. Check them out. Link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, subscribe. It really helps out my channel. Thank you.